Hello, humans. It is me, Fuzz, yes. This time, we're going to be playing some Pokemon Violet. Oh, yes. And I wanted to try fighting the Unrivaled Venusaur by myself. So I've prepared some Pokemon to give it a whirl. I don't know how well this will go. I don't expect that I'll win, but I'm hoping that I'll at the very least get pretty close. This time, I'm not having my younger brother with me, partly because he's already gone and done so. I mean, if we had just found a different moment, or we both had time, and we could have gone and done it together, but I wanted to give it a shot by myself. Whoa. Oh. There it is. I have information about this Venusaur already because my younger brother informed me about it, given how he's already fought it and won. Though I think he had help from our older brother, who hasn't really been playing a whole lot of Pokemon until I guess a bit recently. This is the lineup that we have here. Now, you I feel are rather risky. You, I'm not confident how much damage you'll be able to do, and you, I'm not confident how well you'll be able to survive. At the very least, at the beginning. You're risky because you're challenging the notion of just being flat out weak to the moves available, or one of them anyway. Same with you. But their plan is dangerous to the opponent. Yes, rather much so. I'm very eager to try you. I was eager to try you until certain things came to my attention, and you can't learn Leech Horn, so there's that. You're the only one who doesn't need to hold a Shell Bell. I mean, no, I don't think I can get away with using a Assault Vest as much as I would want to. So, let's get right on into it and see how well this goes. The Trevenant should be resistant to all its offensive moves, while avoiding its buff move that it will use. Potentially, well, just any here and there. It has Amnesia, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, and Earth Power. At least I think it's Sludge Bomb. If it's not Sludge Bomb, then our Chestnut guy will actually not probably be able to do this at all. Oh, I forgot to make the Trevenant a stellar terrestrialization. He's actually going to need that. But from what I know about this Venusaur, it's just a supreme scammer, as what it was just trying to do to me. This probably won't work on it. We're just gonna get right on into it. Sludge Bomb! Oh, that's right, it's neutral, I forgot. The real problem is that it was good enough to one-shot me from full health. Or almost full health. So then, the next time I try to attack, the only way this goes well for me is if I'm able to take a hit at actually full health. Wait, hold on a moment. Why did it do so much damage the other turn? No, this won't work. Well, actually it might, because it only did half. Why did it do so much the other turn? It didn't say it was a critical hit, yet it did like way more. Oh, I know poison. On turn 3. Though this isn't going to be enough. We did really low damage. This Venusaur is extremely tough. Come to think about it, its barrier is up pretty quickly. if I can heal enough, then we got a shot. But having to retry this over and over again just to get a good enough heal, which we didn't get, because, well, of course, why would we ever get a good heal when we bloody well need it? Absurd. We need the extra attack to not only survive, but also actually be able to do damage. I can't change the berry to something that, like, reduces poison attack damage. Or could I? I might be able to actually get away with that. Let's try that. Because it would be restored, like, almost every turn. But once the sun goes away, it wouldn't necessarily be the case. I'm curious. Huh. This could be rather interesting. Special defense is simply a no-go because we have to get to low health. But the poison damage one is an option. Problem is, we're not doing enough damage for this to likely be okay if we just simply survive. But its first sludge bomb it got on us, that was not fair even remotely. It shouldn't have done that much damage. It's like it just had a sudden, odd increase in attack power, abruptly. But only for that moment. And that's why I don't understand. Because the next hit didn't do that much. Didn't even quite nearly do that much. Or so it felt. Okay, let's try this again. Though there is a lingering problem. Shoot, what even is my terrestrialization? If the berry works well enough, I can't tell what the terrestrialization is. Then this might do. It's just going for an amnesia. Sludge ball. I did over half my health. Wait, why didn't the berry trigger? Why did I heal so much this time? What the heck is going on? But the real question is, why is the berry not doing anything? Like, it's just not happening. Instead, we're healing a whole bunch. It's the wrong terrestrialization, which is a problem. Why is the berry not triggering? What am I holding? I'm so confused. It's supposed to show the berry activate. I'm holding the berry. Oh. That's really bad. It has to be super effective. Why were we doing almost okay damage when the other time we weren't? If I make my Terra type grass, will the berry be enough to counter that? I'm very curious. This song's really weird. It didn't kill me in the second turn that time. Or I guess the first turn, technically. Okay, let's Before we go run off and change your terror type, let's try some of the others, even though I get the feeling they're not going to work very well. Some of them. This one. I'm a bit dubious about you. Because it's rather chance related, my plan for you. One, I have to poison you. Consistently, frequently, whenever so needed. I also need to be able to, hopefully, get accuracy decreases for him to trigger. That would be really useful. But the Venusaur absolutely must be poisoned by like turn 1 or 2. Just the first hit alone is probably gonna hurt quite a bit. Oh, that's actually not bad. Okay. First we get rid of... Good! He didn't attack us, so we get to... This is a pretty good start. We'll ruin your benefits. We don't need to make it rain yet, so we're just gonna start trying to poison you. It's imperative that we poison you, because then we get guaranteed critical hits from that point forward. If we had an ally that could inflict something, that would be life 2. We are in a very good position. Now, it feels like it's more of a battle of time. And how powerful will this be? Why did my health disappear? Am I dead? How much did I take from that? Critical hit without it being poisoned. How interesting. We're not dead. That's a good sign. It occurred to me that I think I'm holding the wrong item. Well, I didn't poison it turn 1. Didn't poison it this turn either, so it's pretty much a flop. The critical hit. Increasing our damage while allowing us to ignore its massive special defense increase. What a cheapskate. Terra slicing to this would also be a flaw. Right, this one's a wash, but we took the hits about as well as I initially was hoping it would be able to. Ideally, we'd want to get Gardevoir as our ally again, and that bird, or some other person with Intimidate. Maybe not that bird. If it was an Arcanine, they could die faster. And applying it, well, intimidating them multiple times isn't going to matter. So I guess it doesn't really matter, as long as they have Intimidate. The Corviknight, unfortunately, isn't helping at all, I think. Pretty much. We shall flee. Should we give it another go with that one, or no? Things went pretty well right off the bat, but then we didn't poison. Not at all, let alone turn 1. Even if we did poison it turn 1, if the barrier doesn't come up before we poison it, problems. If that's how you took it, how well will you take it? Let's give you a shot, actually. It kind of makes me hopeful for you, but you're not as tough, so... Suppose we shall see. If I recall correctly, you have more health, but not as much defenses. Most certainly not. Unlike the previous guy, you will resist the first attack. Its special defense cost won't matter against our crocodile. Sunny day. I didn't really factor that into my plan. That's actually really good for me. In a sense. I will do more damage at the beginning. I didn't factor that into my plan at all. Nice! That did like nothing to me. Alright. The only other problem is I'll probably have to... Oh dear, here it comes. Am I dead? Why did it disappear? Again. That did like nothing. We will not survive the next turn, I think. Wait, we took... Somehow we took it. Okay. I mean, I won't take the next one, but... If the chances of it using amnesia happen, say like for those two turns... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. And it's paralyzed, but then this barrier comes up and then... Yeah, the barrier's coming up right now, isn't it? No, everyone stopped because I died, that's why. Almost hardly matters, just because, well, it just removed all my buffs anyway, so... Okay, I won't turn tail just yet. I want to see how this goes for a bit longer. Glare won't work, so it's not going to get paralyzed again, I don't think. Why? Oh, a critical hit. I won't be able to heal as much by hurting it. And I won't be able to take the next hit. But if it uses amnesia, that'll do the trick. I just don't think it will. I really don't think it will. Well, I'm gonna chance it anyway. Yep, nope. Well, I didn't think the battle was lost before, but it definitely is now. Wow. If things go just right, I think you could win. From what my brother has informed me, it purifies itself technically twice, and purifies us once. Just near the beginning of the battle. So somehow, going beyond its buffs, the whole fight, while buffing yourself right after it debuffs us, is the way to go, if you can somehow manage that. In this case, getting to that point, it makes that very difficult. My guys might not be succeeding right off the bat, but I'm pleased to see that they are performing close to what I figured they would be able to do. I wasn't wrong to think that they were decent choices. With allies, this would be going potentially even better. The strategy's fairly simple with you, though it's questionable how well it'll go. Basically going to just store power it, but the dark move variant of it. Essentially all there is to it. We're immune to its ground move, we're immune to its poison move, and we're resistant. Wait, are we resistant quadruply? This might be a better choice than I thought it was. I'm concerned about my damage output, given how tanky this Venusaur is for seemingly no reason. Problematically, we need to get it to put its barrier up. Getting it to do so will be obnoxious. I also needed to try to nerf me sooner than later. Yeah, that did, like, nothing. I guess we'll just hit it with Steel Wing until... Because if I try to buff, it's gonna be kind of wasted. Alright. I think survivability-wise, this is the best we're gonna get. I overlooked that it was actually a quadruple resistance to grass. It's poison. Oh, well, you know. That would have been real useful the other time when we were using our poison power guy. Our poison hut didn't get to show off its true splendor. Alright, the end is here now for you, Venusaur. It's now time for me to buff to infinity and beyond. We need to do this 6 times and then unleash our might. I'll be quite pleased if we just win like this. Though, I guess it would make for quite a short video if I do that. No sense in drawing out our victory, though, or making it take longer to happen. There's one. That's 2. Problem is, using Roost is dangerous if they can see that I do that and then just choose somebody to use as ground move. A critical hit. Oi! That's 3. I need to heal, but I'm actually concerned as to what will happen. Wait, because I'm terrestrialized, maybe it won't put me vulnerable. It goes before me anyway, so I guess I'm safe. I need to have a special attack version of Intimidate. That'd be certainly rather useful in a situation like this. One more and we'll be at full, well, almost full potential, but to get to the actual full potential, the Sky Knight is a bit unreasonable to expect that it would happen. At this rate, we practically can't miss. But at the same time, I need to heal. So we can't start attacking just yet. A bit over half time, which bugs me. Okay, feel this. I'm concerned as to how powerful this will be. Come on! Be anywhere near good enough, please. That's pathetic. When you really think about it, I have max attack power. And I'm hitting it with like an over 200 power move at this point. And that's how much it's doing? This guy's too tanky. Even someone who's good against it doesn't do very much. With that kind of, like, absurd defense. It's not that I'm good on it, specifically. But a Pokemon who's super effective would get to, I guess, in even good situations, this is the kind of power they would have, roughly. A critical hit! Winning would look like an option here, if I was able to get a critical hit every turn from this point forward. But I'm not able to do enough damage. I can survive. I can survive weirdly well. But I just can't hurt you enough. And that's the problem. We'll be fortunate if we even break its shield. It's a shame too, because Sky Knight is defensively easily our best shot here. And in this situation, we just simply can't do enough damage. It's rather unreasonable that we can't do that much damage. We have a lot of attack power right now. And we're not even able to break its shield. Is there a way I could make you stronger? A metronome's the only thing that comes to mind. But I'm gonna have to stop to heal myself every now and then, which ruins the way the metronome works. Ah, that's just revolting. Just the thought that we could win if we were able to hurt it enough. Well, if I do have to gain assistance from my brothers, I know exactly what I'll use, though. Because with any assistance, that will definitely work. Assuming the assistance is, like, not just healing. No, if it was just healing, it might actually be almost good enough. We wouldn't have had to stop to heal twice. Having to wait at the beginning to buff is really not right. That is so messed up. Metronome, anything else? Without the with a metronome, we're not healing unless we stop to heal, which is a problem in its own way. Critical hit won't be good enough. Can't use a choice item. That's just absurd in this case. Could I go for an offensive attack right at the beginning? Perhaps. I wonder if it would matter all that much. this has to be super effective. If it works and triggers every turn consistently, you might be a pretty good choice. But you need a grass terror for this. We tried you. You two worked almost, I feel like almost the same. But yours is more chance related. Yours is less chance related. But potentially for less reward. You I'm concerned about because with the assault vest you can take the hits. Without it I don't know how long you'll take the hits. Don't even remember if Leech Seed will work in this case. Or whether or not it'll matter. Bulk up is just so that I can inflict some damage. Yeah, it's absurd. With this move, with stab and being super effective, from my understanding, it would be almost exactly as strong as the power trip we were doing. What's the big difference? Well, you had 999 attack at that point, and you will not. You are just risky. It could go extremely well for you or extremely poorly for you. Without a stellar terrestrialization, you become vulnerable. With a bug terrestrialization, it's just kind of like, well, great. You're not really buffing the move that you're actually using. And there's no problem with having your ice type remain. So a stellar terrestrialization would do. You don't need it. Keeping the grass one would be a good idea. A water one would do better for you. Maybe. No, because I'll use grass moves on you. It won't use poison, he'll just go straight for ground. Using its grass move would potentially be the best choice because it's its weakest move it has. But I'll be healing from it. Not enough to probably matter, especially when we have it poisoned. And you, there isn't really any alternative option for you. You just have to keep trying until you get a good enough run where the Venusaur just keeps using amnesia too much at the beginning. It's so disappointing. It's like absurdly tough. What kind of move you need to hit with? Something comparable to having like 300 power, seemingly. Or be hitting it all the way, because that kind of damage I was doing wouldn't be bad if you were able to do that right from the beginning. But no Pokemon starts with 999 attack and a move that's that powerful ready to go without a repercussion. We can only turn one of them into a stellar Terra type. In this situation, we need two. You need it so you'll be able to bring force. And you need this instead of the ghost one. A Skarmory wouldn't do either because it just won't be strong enough. There's no way for either of those two birds to be strong enough from my understanding. Nor do they have any access to moves that are good against that opponent. Water, grass, and ice. We need stellar shards. There we go. You. It's occurred to me that I actually should have just had it potentially as a water. If it's gonna have to, like, I shouldn't have done that. Yep, that was a waste. There's no guarantee that this will work a whole lot better anyway, but still. Alright. I want to see how well you handle this. Admittedly, I'm not expecting it to go very well. But I am hoping we'll see some amazing results. Because without the assault vest, you're fairly vulnerable. It only does one physical attack. You'll take it pretty well. I also considered using Drift Rune, but my Drift Rune would have to then challenge the special defense stat head on. And it doesn't have a way of healing, and it would be on fire the whole time. It's not exactly a grand sounding situation. Just going for Amnesia, which is useless in this situation, especially if the Drift Rune is a physical attacker for whatever reason, maybe. It avoided my attack. This is a terrible start. It's burned, somehow. Sludge Bomb, it tried, but we're bulletproof. I remember when I saw that, I was just looking through my Pokemon, and then when I saw a bulletproof, I remembered, I was like, wait, it would be immune to the grass, the poison. It's brilliant! Okay. Now we're gonna have to buff. It's going for Giga Drain. I wonder why it's going for Giga Drain specifically. How well did we take that? If we took it well enough, then we got this. You know what? We might actually got this. The problem is the power of our move, like I said, should theoretically be the same. So it's... Oh wait, why am I buffing? Its barrier is up, so I should do a mixture of buffing and sabotaging it. What? That is so infuriating! Right, so I need Protect as well, as it turns out. Well, that's the only time it does that in the fight, so maybe not, but it's just cut the time rather short. Which is notably infuriating. Why did that Giga Drain do so much? Hold on, Mod, that did a lot of damage. It apparently purifies itself again. Let's go for Earth Power this time. That did quite a bit. like my only chance now. I'm not doing very much though. That healed even less than the leech seed was healing. Good, but it missed. I need to be stronger. With a heightened terrestrialization, the power of the move should actually be stronger than the power trip we were doing, but only by a bit. With the attacks that I have currently, I don't need 4 times my stat, 3 times will do the trick. But with, oh, and a critical hit. Sure. Sure. So from what I've seen here, Chestnut does have a chance at winning, I think. The only part I've yet to properly see is how much damage can we do? Can we really get to the point where we can do enough damage? It's just a shame. The only one who can survive almost guaranteed can't kill it. Despite being able to get up to a frightening level of strength. I'm just contemplating if there's a way I can increase the level, the potency of what I was doing. With Sky Knight. I can somehow buff the move even higher, then yes. Yes, I can. Iron Defense would do the trick. Sky Knight might actually still have another shot at this. Is Iron Defense the only thing, though? There's Agility. Iron Defense won't matter. Agility theoretically would matter more, I guess. And this won't matter, so... Sure, I guess Agility. Right, let's try you again then. We need it to put up the barrier and try to nerf me. The longer it takes to do that, the more my time it wastes. Which is horribly obnoxious. Intimidate. Nice. A grassy terrain. Not nice because that'll heal it, and it's going to want to use its grass... Like, it can only use its grass move. That's going to buff its grass move. This is not good. My allies suck for this situation. Or one of them does, anyway. It would have been useful if I was using one of the Pokemon who was using grass moves, but not this time. Oh, not this time. I shall buff anyway, and then start attacking it at least. One buff is pretty much necessary, otherwise my attack will do practically nothing. But because it's power trip, it's still gonna probably do almost nothing anyway. It still didn't do very much to me, surprisingly. Oh wait, no! Oh, that actually works. Right on... oh, not right on time. Sort of right on time? I can buff now. Agility 3 times. Heal this turn, because that's more damage than I want you to do to me. Yeah, now it definitely feels like it's doing more damage. Wait. Oh, that's weird. I think I just got healed by the terrain. That's interesting. Oh, not again. I forgot that's just gonna keep coming out. That's terrible. I think it's healing so much by the terrain that all damage that has been done to it has been restored. It's absolutely horrible. It'll likely have to be in another attempt because this grassy terrain makes it do more damage. A lot more damage. That was a critical hit, wasn't it? Huh, it just gave me a turn. Three more turns, and then we can hurt it. This should be quite potent, increasing our power by like, what, I think 120? Another critical hit? You've got to be kidding me. As if the terrain wasn't enough for you. What? Oh no. Why was I still land-ridden? I should have gone first and then used Hone Claws. I wasn't still roosted. Unless that was the turn I used roosted. I've already forgot because I'm just perturbed about this terrain. In fact, let's just get out of this. There goes all our buffs. And there's a flippin' terrain that buffs its attack, and it got several critical hits. No, this simply will not do. If we're able to do enough damage like this, though, then Sky Knight will probably be the better. Can Sky Knight learn any other buff moves? I don't think he can, but I would like to check a bit better. I mean, he can learn Curse, but that'll lower his speed, so it won't do the trick, really. You can't learn Gyro Ball. It would end up being weaker anyway, I think. No, your natural stat would make it rather comparable. Until I start my second wave of buffing. Absurd, it actually managed to kill Sky Knight once. That is rather absurd indeed. Nah, no other buff moves. We just need decent allies. That terrain was absolutely terrible. Alright. This'll do the trick. Especially if our ally heals us. Because then we don't have to pay any attention to it, really. I'm just gonna power trip 3 times in a row. Or at least until it nerfs me. I'm not gonna bother to try to buff because it's just a waste. Hopefully getting smacked will make it feel eager to do something about its position. Being able to terrestrialize will make us basically invulnerable to roost disadvantage. So, even though this does feel a bit absurd, because we're like doing nothing to it. Like, based on that healing, it's as though we did like 5 or 4 damage. Wait, no, even less. No, not less. Theoretically, it would have to have been more than that by quite a bit, actually, because it's not healing. It's healing by... I don't even know if it's healing by 10%. Maybe like 5% or less of the health that we do. Alright, it begins. Why did it choose that? I tried to move to the left, it didn't. Please, please, please give me my choice again. Ah, nice. If we're gonna win, it's gonna be this time. Well, with Sky Knight, that is. I mean, of course, we could just get critical hit, critical hit, critical hit, critical hit, and then suddenly it's like, well, I guess winning was never an option after all. I don't think the Gardevoir is trying to heal us. Oh. Look, a critical hit. But hey, at least it's not a critical hit on top of a grassy terrain. Unfortunately, this Gardevoir is not trying to heal us, it seems. So I'm gonna have to step in. Okay, 6 more turns. Come on, Gardevoir, do something useful. All of my allies here. None of you guys can do much damage at all. It's almost completely pointless for them to even be trying. Life 2! Nice! That is good. Intimidate was useful in turn 0, but now, not really. It saddens me that we might still not win. Upping our damage or our power by 120 may very well still not be enough. Almost there. We should be like, what, 40 power out now. From like having, I think, like 300, either 380 or 360 power. The mere idea that this is not going to be enough, potentially, is kind of upsetting. I swear, no Pokemon should be able to be this tough. I should heal just because I don't want to suddenly die. Abruptly. One more buff and then we can go to town on this guy. Unfortunately, our damage should only be a bit bigger. Maybe the near equivalent of us is increasing our attack power by like, I guess a stab's worth of increased damage. Okay, here we go. I didn't even check if it really was, but it should be at full power. If I can get it to. Now we just need to get a bunch of critical hits. I think it's about time we get some critical hits. It's our turn, come on. It's our turn to win. We'll break the barrier, I think almost certainly, but I don't know if we'll win. Oh, it refreshed itself at half its barrier, it looks like. Come on, let me move! Oh, of course there isn't much time left because you keep processing and not letting me do anything. I weirded out that it told me that before it should have. 2 more turns and we'd break the shield. How infuriating. How absurd. We weren't even able to break the barrier. We lost because of time. Again. With all that power. Still not enough. With the right chance of things happening, you can potentially get there. Though if it uses Sludge Bomb on that one turn, when it purifies us, you're dead. Instantly. You just needed to use Amnesia enough times. Perhaps we shall try you then. Again, because now your grass type Terra might actually do something. You should theoretically do more damage by this, and if the berry works the way I'm hoping it will, you'll be practically invulnerable. Unfortunately, unlike the Dynamax battles, we can't Dynamax right at the beginning. You have to waste 3 turns, essentially. This attack will be lowered. We've got someone who might be able to paralyze it, and someone who can heal us. We might be in weirdly good standing, as far as allies go. Except one of our allies will become effectively useless. Or actually 2 of them will become effectively useless once the barrier is up. Right, took that well. And again with it doing more damage than it should have. That almost killed us. It's paralyzed, so who knows what's gonna happen now. Never mind. Of course that was gonna happen. Paralyzed? Well, I guess not. That's okay, we weren't buffing anyway. Is it still hurt? No, it's gone. Oh my. Really? Oh, that was a critical hit. I didn't even see the health move. Oh, great. Okay, let's see how well this goes. This will be the test to see if we could actually do much of anything. Anyway. Nope, it still did at least like almost normal damage. But we can heal more, so let's see. There may yet be a shot. It's just incredibly unlikely. The sun's gone, so it's not even guaranteed to happen anymore. Our berry. If it regularly half-healths us, then its super effective should kill us from full health. We survived with 1 health. And now my berry is back, but now it doesn't matter. Right, so the berry can't do the trick, and the other berries, well, the problem with them is you have to basically get killed to be able to have them triggered. Ouch, my hand. Travel was an interesting idea, but unless everything just happened to go just right, it was never gonna work. In this situation, it just simply wouldn't work, because the sun's not always out. Surprised he survived with 1 health, though. That one sludge bomb. And you need protect, absurdly enough. So we can double up on healing. This is really going to be absurd. We have to do this because we need to be stronger. Put that away. Let's give it another shot with you. Sky Knight simply can't win unless he gets a critical hit, like every turn, nearly. Or we get good allies like that and they heal like every time, so I don't have to spend times healing myself. And we've got someone who might be able to paralyze it even after. The initial plan I had for the chestnut was to chuck a light orb at it, but then I was like, well, I can't wait to throw it, because if I wait then I'll get paralyzed. But if I throw it immediately, then when it puts up its barrier, it'll suddenly just purify the debuff right off of it, immediately. So I was like, well great, there's like nothing I can do. Bulletproof! Reach C, we didn't miss, so we didn't waste the first turn like the last time. Nice. Bulk up, pointless, which is attack. Just going for an amnesia. But I won't go any higher. So it does do that every now and then, just really rarely. Okay, now I have to use Protect, so it's going to try to get me. And I am not going to let you get me, you freaking punk. Oh, but you chose to use Earth Power instead. Like a cheapskate. You're just like, well, I guess not like a cheapskate, you're like a weirdo in this case. Gonna ignore the opportunity it had to get me. Right, the only threat to me now is critical hits and it lowering my special defense with Earth Power. That should be the only threats to me right now. I only need to buff like what? How many times? Twice will get me to like 600, almost 650. Roughly. So either 5 times or 4 times. I'll probably just go for 4 times, so I can start attacking sooner. Ow! Critical hit? Really? Did we have a light screen? That's horrifying. That means that the moment that's gone, we're suddenly going to be in big danger. Our frog ally better put another light screen on, because I'm pretty sure they're the one who did that. I need to ensure I survive the next turn. Oh, it stopped under the light screen. Instead, it just died. Okay, we're gonna go for it. Light screen's up. We can start attacking. We're barely healing. We're still barely doing any damage, but we're not terrorized yet. That's too much. No, we're done now. That reduction should be the end of us. Most of the barrier came out at, like, a weird point. I mean, we're not even healing enough with our shell bell. Or so it feels. If we don't do enough damage even with this, then there wasn't gonna be hope. Okay, we're doing, I think, it's hard to say how much more damage, if any more damage, than our Corvo Knight. But this is looking better. So if it lowers our special defense more, I think we're done for anyway. Please. Come on! Let me move! Alright, we might have this. We just might have this. Especially once the barrier is broken. A critical hit now would just be utter, like, completely cruel. And once the light screen's gone, who knows what will happen. He's using Mud Shot? I think he's using the wrong one. He's not using Mud Slap. He's using the one that's wasting everyone's time. The shield's gone. Now we should be able to do enough damage to for sure keep us in the green. But the time's running short. To think we're doing better than Sky Knight even was. And he had all those buffs going over him. It's burned! Great! The probably most useless buff or debuff that you could stick on him. Come on! Sunny day. It's back to being fast. Why? The time just is running away. This is like the fastest I could ever get to be able to attack it within any level of reason. 2 more turns. Come on. Please. Why did it just heal? I could have sworn I just saw its health. Oh, it used Pikachu. The processing of all these little things. A critical hit now and we win, potentially. But no critical hit and time's up. I hate that. That's ridiculous. We were like 1 move off and we would have won. So we had a guy putting up a barrier for us. Makes me wonder, would it have been worth it buffing one more time? Or that was just taking up too much time. I wonder if Chestnut can learn Sword Stance. That would speed things up. It would give us 2 more turns. We would have won. That's the kind of difference that would have made. We would have won. I don't think he can learn Sword Stance. There's no way he can learn Sword Stance, but let's find out. Maybe he can. He can! Okay, so there may be a possibility. I mean, just now we would have won if we'd done this. Bulk up has no purpose by comparison in this situation. The defense buff isn't helping at all. Okay. We can win. We can win like this. If things go well enough. It's still a chance element to it, oh yes. To think, if it could learn Leech Horn, which, with the kind of horns this Pokemon has, I don't see why it can't learn Leech Horn. But if it could, it would be in even better standings, aside from how it would be doing less damage. Yeah. Maybe we wouldn't be in better standings. But only because of that odd notion. Okay, we have someone who can heal us. That's nifty. Will they? Not likely. The barrier guy arguably would be better, I think. Our stony ally to our right, I think we're going to do pretty much nothing valuable. Impressive. The Garganacl took it about as well as the Gardevoir did. Okay, if my understanding is correct, the only chance-related things remaining are when it chooses to try to hinder me, so it can get a Sludge Bomb, and critical hits. Those are the only 2 factors really remaining that I can think of. Though it is paralyzed, so who knows. It just tried a Sludge Bomb. I'm bulletproof. I won't go for my next turn, but I'm genuinely concerned as to what happens if I do so. Okay, it's happening. I need to guard, and then we're safe. Now we buff twice and start attacking. Just thinking about how I could buff a 3rd time, but it's only gonna matter very little. I'll just buff twice. There's no need for me to buff 3 times. I'll just buff twice. And get on with like the offense. Oh yeah, there's also that. Ouch! I think I'm gonna need to protect. It hits me with another powerful one like that. We did this the other time too, I think. Okay, here we go. Come on. What the heck? So much damage. I'm gonna have to protect again. I can't let it kill me. That's like, it just simply mustn't happen. The Gardevoir is like not healing at all, it seems. The Dunsparce keeps trying to glare at the opponent as if it's doing something, which it isn't. It's wasting any chances that we would potentially have of it helping. That barrier from before was helping so much. I'm actually gonna have to heal. And guard. Again. Oh, of course, you use the weaker move for some reason, when I just happen to be protecting myself. And the Gardevoir is doing nothing of the like to try to help, really. I'm gonna have to do this. It better heal me, and good. Alright! And now we've got a chance. Problem is, that wasted so much time. Unfortunately, all our allies seemed to be useless this time, because I don't think the Gardevoir healed me even once. This won't be good enough. What the heck? Oh, now you heal. Now when time's running out, it almost doesn't matter. The Bully Bolt is an amazing ally. It's got one move that seems to want to do this. Oh, that's right, it's a ground type, so it can't really just paralyze it very easily. Though I think it did manage to paralyze it. Or maybe it was just a glare from the Dunsparce. This time we didn't even break the shield yet. We're not gonna win. Oh, I was trying to exit the fight, I didn't mean to leave seat again. Having an ally like the Gardevoir wouldn't be so bad if it was actually trying to help. But this time, it decided to not. Revolting, isn't it? If I had control over them, well, my chances would be immensely increased. Between all the time where the game's like just taking its time to process stuff while letting the timer progress, I could have controlled my allies in that time just fine, probably. It would make these battles so much more interesting too, because suddenly I'm commanding 4 Pokemon. The time limit would matter arguably a lot more, too. But it'd be more interesting. Far more interesting than having 3 computer players that you're forced to witness their stupid move choices. Very, very stupid move choices. 2 intimidates, 1 guy who I think is going to do essentially nothing. That might use Snarl, that might help a lot, but I kind of doubt they'll use Snarl. I wonder what they will use. What will you do, Umbreon? Well, this isn't going to hurt very much. 26 damage. It did 26 damage. Please don't miss. Dark Pulse. Oh great, it chose the less useful move that it could have done. More damage, sure, but when you're not doing much damage at all in the first place, it's questionable if it matters at all. Oh, it could end up poisoning it later down the line. That would be really useful when I was using the poison guy, but... well, we're not using them right now, so... not so useful. Everyone aside from the Umbreon, who's not much of an attacker in the first place, is using physical attacks. Not bad. It's just bad that the Umbreon is using special attacks, when it itself isn't exactly a very offensive Pokemon. It may not be guaranteed to use Sludge Bomb that turn, but if it uses it, that would be the end. There goes the poisoning. Here's hoping Umbreon gets poisoned again. I wonder if I can make do if I just attack in between doing the Sword Stance. No, I don't think so. Yeah, it's already poisoned again. Wait, that Giga Drain must have done a lot of damage if it's only done at 100 health. Come on, let me move! Of course, if it was using... ouch. If the Umbreon was using Snarl instead, there would be other issues with that. Against opponents with, like, Defiant or Competitive. That would be a large problem. I should have attacked that turn. Wait, why did it fail? Also, it didn't count that as a turn, but it counts it as a turn. That's absurd. I basically just gave it the win because of that. no terrestrialization yet. Still in rather extreme danger. If I cannot start healing more than it's doing to me next turn, then this fight is lost. We're like just barely keeping up with it in damage. But the time is getting too far. Okay, at this rate, until it lowers my defense or gets a critical hit, it can't kill me. But the time is going. It'd be nice if my allies were even half as vulnerable as I was, but they aren't. Come on, hurry up! That might actually kill me right now, because now it goes first. Oh, I guess it does not go first, for whatever reason, maybe. Yeah, without the barrier, so we specifically need a very specific ally, and then things to go well on top of it. Otherwise, we will lose. Absurd. The allies aren't as important in this one as they were in the Dynamax battles, though. Because if the allies were just even a bit too bad, you'll lose because of them. They'll just die too many times and then you lose. At least in this one, it doesn't matter if they die. Sometimes it's an advantage, actually. If I had Leech one, I could give myself like a leftovers instead. Our allies aren't really any better, so at this point I'm just fishing for better allies. Otherwise the result will be the same, roughly. As absurd as that is. Can't even choose what allies they are. Even if you could choose them, sometimes they just all suck too much. To the point where it's like there was a limit to how they would ever be helpful. You've got to be kidding me. Why is it the same clowns as last time? In the same configuration, I think, too. I don't know if it's the same owners, but these owners need to get better planning skills. I'm hoping that this will refresh it, because just now we did it and it didn't refresh it, which is worrying. Quite worrying indeed. I think the only one we haven't tried yet was the Frost Moth. The allies don't look all the same. We've got the Belly Bolt. The other guys aren't going to be particularly useful, but I want to see, because the Belly Bolt might be good enough. We almost won once with a Belly Bolt already. Let's just say we can't do that this time. Of course, if anything else goes wrong, then the run is a wash. HC. Well, it didn't put up a barrier, for whatever reason, maybe. The Belly Bolt didn't even do anything this turn? Actually, I don't see it. It's like it got killed. Maybe it did get killed. Yeah, it's full health again. And there it is. You can't be telling me it died again. It didn't do anything. Oh, light speed. Nice. I'm gonna just start attacking it immediately. I feel like being able to kill flies is very important. Because then I can work on keeping myself alive at the same time. So in this situation, perhaps I should just operate like normally, considering there is a barrier up. Okay, we'll buff, we'll attack, we'll buff. And then we'll just attack the rest of it. Just so that we don't get too low on health. It's looking pretty good already. At least one of our allies is doing a rather heavy attack. There we go. Wonder why it's using that so often. I guess I can't decide between its moves, but that move is weaker. If I'm not careful, I might just abruptly start taking more damage. Come on! Okay. Okay. The barrier is faded, which I think it has. Hopefully Belly Ball puts it up this turn. If he does, he will be useful, unlike the rest of our allies. Okay, now we have a shot. Light Stream. Unfortunately, we're going to take the damage at full, I think, first. But now we should be able to heal to full and just keep going. We've got time. Come on. The Clover Knight's wasting its moves. Scary Face doesn't work right now. Come on, come on, come on! Barrier's down, but the timer's just speeding along, as if it's got any right to do so. 2 turns and we'll caught up with where it is right now. Come on! Enough nifty visual effects. We need to kill it. A critical hit now would be pretty nice for me against him. That'd be really good. Come on. There's no reason to hold back. Just give me the power. We're so close. We almost have him. It takes up enough time to the point where I almost wish I could deactivate the leech seed at this point. One more turn and we win, and we will have that one more turn. Come on. Let me move. Let me move right now. Victory is ours. Let me move. And with this, you die. Victory is ours. It's okay. It only took about 2 hours almost. I already have a Venusaur or 2 trained actually, but I did have more in mind to train in the first place, so come with me. Punk! Oh my. But we win! All that remains now on the list of opponents to be going to go defeat would be the Blastoise. Now that we've dealt with the Venusaur, we can update our news. Because currently the Blastoise is already up, as of this recording. Hmm? Oh. I was like, where is it? It's right here. You didn't win. It's unfortunate, but you didn't win. Didn't end up using you. Actually, I shouldn't put them away so quickly. I gotta fix the... your moves weren't changed, and yours was. Everyone's moves here was changed, aside from... almost aside from you. Because its core strategy remains. Beat it with the help of one useful ally. Our chestnut. With a shell bell, bulletproof, and stats like these, and moves like these, with a grass terrestrialization. I wonder if there was a grassy terrain out, how much harder it would have made it to survive. Because we would also be able to do more damage, but we would also take more damage, because he used a lot of grass moves that time. My. Why can't you learn Leech Horn? Well, I guess the horns you have are kind of on your shell. If your shell could leech life away from other things, I think that would be a bit odd. But... oh, it would certainly not be the most odd thing I've heard. Hmm? I just noticed there's a very odd sound near the end of its cry. Sounds like a really weird... a weird kind of purring, almost. Or sputtering. Sky and I got pretty close. The only sad part is we didn't get to try using Frostmouth, because I just didn't end up trying. I'm still at odds as to what moves to give you. Because I want you to have this. I kind of wanted you to have Weather Ball. But if I give you Weather Ball without Snowscape, then it's just gonna feel very odd. Unless you have another ice attack to justify it. I don't want to get rid of Snowscape, but I also don't want to get rid of Quiver Dance. Yet I would like you to have Giga Drain. I don't know. Oh, that's right, your moveset didn't change at all. Your item just did. As it turned, and your Terra type. In vain. Not as much as yours, though. What a waste. I'm pleased that you survived about as well as I was hoping you would, though. Or at the very least, almost as well as I was hoping it would. It wasn't far from what I was hoping. I don't really like Seed Bomb as a move. Its animation before was far more cool. Or I guess at one point, because I think it fluctuated back and forth at one point. It used to look like, I guess, some seeds were shot at the opponent and they kind of explode. Not quite the same as Bullet Seed. I think Magnet Bomb looks similar, or at least the name. It had an animation at one point I think that was very similar. I liked that animation for it. But now the animation for Seed Bomb just looks dumb to me. For the most part. I think there are games where it's looked worse though. This one, it just follows in line with the way I don't like it. Let's put your moveset back the way I wanted you to have it. Though I was never too satisfied with you having Woodhammer. Just didn't see any better choices. Seed Bomb is safer, just less interesting. And I would want to give you Pin Missile and Bullet Seed, but then I'd gotta give you the dice, and then you can't use an Assault Vest, and then you're not as tough. So, no. No, we won't do that. I feel like I'm missing a move. What was this? There's another move missing because I don't think I had this on you before. I wanted to, but I chose not to. Rock Slide, probably. Though with your current speed, Rock Slide would only be so potent. I should give you Trailblaze. Unfortunately, you wouldn't be all that offensively prone though. Though you can up your attack, you can up your speed. If you can learn Trailblaze, I'll give it to you before we end the video. Okay, you're fixed, and you're fixed. Everyone's fixed. Let's sort you out extra good. Oh yes. I might not have the items for it. Seems I do. You need an item again. I'll give you this again. Ho ho ho. Gave it a good try. Just somehow wasn't strong enough. Well, not strong enough, not fast enough. I mean, with that strength at the beginning, it would be good enough. But you can't start that buffed up. So, no. We have yet to see if the changing the nature debuff from you is gonna matter. Though, well, actually, we already tested it, kind of. So we do know that Galewing has about the same priority as Prankster. Right. But brilliant! I'm very pleased with my Chestnut now. Or Chestnut, however his name is meant to be pronounced. No, I haven't come up with a unique name to give him. Still just bears the name of his kind. Yeah, guess I'll stop here for now. We've gone for about 2 hours, and we succeeded in the mission. I'm very pleased. As usual, it's been me, Fuzz, and you'll see me again next time. Bye for now.